Imagine trying to convince people your relationship is real when you're a 48-year-old lawyer and your girlfriend is a 103-year-old marvel. Next to impossible, right? Well, Mart Sosin and Alfred Ritt have been together since 2013, living it up until she had to check into a nursing home in 2022. Just your typical love story, right? Rit was Mart Grandpa's second wife and is gearing up for her 104th birthday bash. Family reunions must be wild. The couple insists their 55-year age gap is irrelevant and that they should be allowed to continue their exclusive, committed, long-term romance for whatever time Miss Rit has left to live. What started as my grandpa's widow seems nice somehow turned into, wow, I think I'm in love with her. He's trying to snag permanent residency in Australia on the basis that Rit is his partner, but the government isn't buying it, and his visa application has been refused. They didn't give a reason for the rejection, but he suspects they think his relationship with Miss Rit is not real. Sure, we have a bit of an age gap, Mart admits. People get weird about it, he adds, but generally age gap is an issue in case of older woman and younger man. It's never an issue in case of older man and young woman, but I'm not able to change that attitude. Mart's taking his case to the Administrative Appeals Tribunal, bringing along Rit and a small cheerleading squad of supports to have the matter heard. The hearing hit a snag when Miss Rit, who had to be carried from a cab to a wheelchair to the hearing, was too distressed to take part in the proceedings. Mart reminisced about meeting Miss Rit back in 1996 while studying English in Australia. Romantic meet cute alert. She knew him as her late husband Alfred's grandson and invited him over to stay at her home at Bankstown in Sydney's southwest. Nothing suspicious there. It wasn't exactly love at first sight, more like a slow burn romance according to Mart, but the pair soon became friends and that connection grew. She offered me guidance and support and companionship, Mart wrote in a stationary declaration that forms part of his appeal. They found that they had a lot in common and plenty of reasons to hang out. Mart went back to Estonia but couldn't stay away, visiting Australia in 2000 and 2007 because he missed Rit so much. Each visit made him long for her more. I enjoyed my visits immensely, and seeing her made me feel much more fulfilled and happier in my life. After his 2007 trip, it hit him. Life without Alfred was difficult as he missed her so much. He burned all his vacation days visiting her year after year, clearly a man on a mission. By their last trip, they realized they weren't just friends anymore. Their feelings for each other had deepened and moved beyond friendship. Having spent the last 5 holiday seasons together, the relationship between Alfred and I had become extremely close, Mart's statement said. Rit was head over heels, and so was Mart. Rit showed her love for him by spending more time in the kitchen, cooking his favorite meals. Rit and I also became physically closer, and she constantly hugged me and paid attention to me in ways that she hadn't before, he said. Their official romance kickoff, January 2013. Ages 92 and 37. You do the math. Rit was feeling lonely and helpless before Mart came along, like a heroine in a romance novel. Mart claims he brought the sunshine back into her life. Rit, an Australian citizen who fled Europe after World War II, had been alone since the death of her husband in 1987. When asked if she wanted Mart to go back to Estonia, she gave a big fat no. Rit said in her own statutory declaration that by January 2013, she realized her feelings for Mart were more Romeo and Juliet than just friends. I realized that my feelings for Mart have developed far past that of a friendship. She had to let him know she'd fallen for him, hearts and all. She wanted a partner for both the good times and the bad, and Mart fit the bill perfectly. Mark took the plunge, quitting his law career to move to Australia and live with his love in Bankstown in 2018. I quickly started planning as I knew that it would be difficult to move all my affairs, belongings, and life to Australia to live with my partner permanently, he said in his statement. When they finally shacked up, she was 98, according to 43-year-old Mart. They lived together until she moved to a care home in 2022. Moving her to the care home was a tough but necessary call for both of them. She had to move due to her health and the recommendations of her health professionals. Her new living arrangements didn't change their relationship one bit. We love each other and we're still spiritually and emotionally connected. Love conquers all, right? He applied for residency in 2016, got a temporary visa in 2017, but his permanent visa got refused right before Christmas 2018. Bah humbug. He's banking on the tribunal believing their love story and allowing him to stay in Australia. Love doesn't care about age, says Mart. We're strong, and time is ticking. Mart sacrificed a lot to be with Rit, including swapping his law career for a painter's life. Talk about a career pivot. His legal credentials were not recognized, and he has worked part-time as a painter. He proudly states they've been in a committed relationship since 2013 of January. He moved to Australia, sacrificed years, and to Rit, he's her husband in everything but the paperwork. Miss Rit, who does not have any children, is on the age pension, and the couple pools these payments with Mr. Sosin's wage to cover their living expenses. No grand plans, just taking life one step at a time. Mart is a regular visitor at her nursing home, bringing her all her favorite treats. Their activities together range from concerts to chapel services, TV marathons to coffee outings and medical appointments. He's also her personal tech support and pharmacist. He changes Rit's hearing aid batteries and supplies her with medicine. The more time passes, the more she leans on him for support. She's always worried when he's not around, like a love-struck teenager. Long-term, they just want to keep the love train going. They're all in, committed, and consider each other as life and romantic partners. Marriage isn't on the agenda. Rit's already done that, and it's not interested in marriage. She's super modern, Mart says. She thinks our relationship is as good as any marriage. The saga continues as they wait for their next tribunal date. Let us know what you think about this love story. This woman found out that her husband has slept with at least a dozen women behind her back. She made a shocking decision after this realization. Check out this video to find out.